save Ghana, 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 save Ghana.
Ghana must work more efficiently.
John Dramani, 24 hours.
One of our tools to combat corruption and make it a high-risk endeavor for any person.
Here's a man with a team that understands that the implementation of free senior higher education, for example, requires adequate infrastructure in order not to destabilize an already working quality educational system. This is a man with a team that negotiates deals in a holistic manner, like the Tema Port Expansion Project that concluded with the construction of the Tema Motorway Interchange for ease of transport of goods. This is a nation builder, one who makes judicious use of resources at his disposal. There are several infrastructure projects in various sectors of the economy accounted for under John Mahama's 4 years of governance. This nation builder is trustworthy, one who is faithful to his promise. John Mahama promised to end doomsday, and truly he did, leaving the nation with excess megawatts of power at the end of his first term in office. This nation builder is a unifier. John Mahama's leadership transcends ethnicity, family, and friends. One whose message resonates with the upper class right through to the grassroots of our society. Same can be said about his communication prowess. It's unrivaled. This year's elections will be about track record. Second is trust. The writings are clear on the wall. The records never lie. Fellow Ghanaians, the choice is ours to make. Fellow Ghanaians, presenting John Dramani Mahama.
Samre would do a video at the Atoha. Also, here was sitting Nato Abapa. On the 7th of December, here was sitting a 37 days. Na agro any form. Ebra any hot Emma Kanamai. Sanya judiciary court system na abutuafa. Say ya near yasitram yan ba enye 37 days. Me show man penia kufuado say on starting yet ready. Na nipa bi eba be twi jubri house. E wa ye fi, e wa pro, e wa bon, esesi be siesie ho. And my excellency John Dramani Mahama. Enti he wasitram na to abapa. Anyumre memwa cho memwa ha memwa che ama wo adwo maybe awoso sesei ana do afidie na to a ohwamia afidie ne de Apple 68 FM Chumedia Samre Bedebro Yatudi Kanawu and Samfu Ebreno Aria Pa Obetia Nyadmedi on Facebook Apple 68 FM Kanawa Morning Ghana Tuning Radio Flash Ghana Politics online.com honey adina uka Chumedia Kagum Bomade Nepe high definition box nibi a one-time fee that will be Fabo TV no let's check area TV na Ebreno Sa because time na for me. They want 1 hour pay. I'm sorry. And you bring Yabaka Sabebre at your court at your man church. A church and the Chief Justice. I want good hoofy. What good hoofy poto na wo. And you may have come up after judiciary system no. Send your system no. A kufuad was sent. And the Ben Laden in your way. Saddam will say, Sasa, one more dozen. Saddam will say one way. But by your memo, any other day, and no money in our way. Sado, Commando Liberia president, and no money in our way. Ghana for the Hura and Petro Wati. The Hura, Monsieur Bede, and Petro. Ya koso wa kana no enka hoseta obi be kasa obata radio so now ha wani because of politics. Hey, court system o ma bay and a court system a prosa and then another watch and then what the car come with obi akata nanim and wo na nipa Ghana for bia do no enya agudie enye choke wa hwe ni ya wutifie Chief Justice Bami Abechewo ba why when you would fear Chief Justice Bami Achow? You do Kojina court, young can be Maume Ye because democracy now you're practicing and yet democracy. And you may Jababe didn't come on. A Sammy a decan. Naminu me no why necessary waka. Sayanka near Cassia Trapa yet to walk and my omino. A pro amagokomie for
send inabeka miaro endo miaro ejumeidi inabeye miaro endo miaro obrei inabebo miaro endo miaro Semi besini kwemwa miara Semi miara Semi besini kwemwa miara Etina besini kwemwa miara Obrai besini kwemwa miara Endo miara Semi besini kwemwa miara Semi miara Semi besini kwemwa miara Obrai besini kwemwa miara Endo miara
and you may Bomi Edika. When the Beka, a queer the Beka, and answer Mansa. And answer Ata, Kuma the Beka, and answer Tevia the Beka. And Yamino me and woe, and you bet me a car. There be an Amakana court, a sinking, a codu. Sianka, what you fear, Ubanya Sam, na what the Baka down court to see and can be mount. Court be you a ma, and the court are gonna for when you was some of the Bacono, and the court not acquire political courts. Court, Godfred Wadamia, what you can afford now, your lawyer. Ayenya asama Kwaku Tuano, say ye kume, and the winner sam, now the cock of Fredodami, how be you a man. We never gonna for, but we have a man that do know. As a set will be a sorry. As a set will be a libra, as sorry Kotwaba on the 7th. As a set will be a was show, and it was shall be set in Shumo, a jamo, the Kotwaba. And now so for now, a cassetia abanya wateso. And the Council of Elders, our Republic of Canada, will be a wolf. But we can't, Nana men kamasam. We can't, Nana patapa. We can't, Nana hu. Not what the kaka to be in the courts. Instead, Obi who be no back one person. Because, and then the court, I kaka motobi. Because, and then the court, I kaka motobi at the way we can afford. We can afford. Maybe I do not. Me know, as I say, sorry, Yabaka, near the Beka. On the 7th of December, Yadian Sabe Yaku, and Wakana. On the 7th of December, Yadia Kokromati Baba Yaku, and Wakana. Minu, as a Siadian Sa, and near Nibra, and it was shout, and near Fetcham, near the Sa, Kokromati Yaku. Say, I never saw near Cassia Betraho, dear, yet a hawk. What's some Kwaku that court? As someone would be no. Judge in the Nasiba Kwaku, and would be at you. As someone wouldn't say, whole crotino, judge, add in the top, Abba Kwaku. I am my car, Papa J. So can your Papa J be a judge for? Monsieur Mribi Peppa. And Mribi Babo. A good father judge for 1.1 on the tongue with a more cara. And yet you and yes, but when you come from the casa, question me a boy, yeah, no question me a boy away. Question me a boy, no I see and canasam, and then Michelle question me a boy, with me bono. Sana Kufado, a cameratia webby, a cameratia webby. A couple swimming in the fleck a crabby. Michelle and Nado so what take care more with me papa nasu. Yes. With some of yeah, no more way. You dear me, yeah, way. Saddam will say more, 1 year, no more way. Can afford a hura, a petrol. Bibi, I want to share Pia. I want to be ye. Now, I will be a bewar, not all pray. Abuabia, say you be trying a minute. Uber who's a war pray. Who's a nipper banning chakram when you sign on? Can afford a casa on the 7th. I hope send the Ghana yet him or many constitution yet him your butunes in the traffic. I can't hear Satino. I could crow will maybe I know I say one of the what in democracy I say. No one wants a witness in my call law school. Son and the law school, they are full. Son and the law school, they are useless. Son, you catch and say, when the law certificate, Son, you catch and say, the law certificate will go to Kwame Nkrumah second. A intuition. Oko, France. Now, Ukoma law officer. Now we see your more suffering. So we a lawyer. Obi awako under Kufad watch. Obi awako law school. Which mean what tantansi. Obi awako law school. One in the home portal say. Minianum. And yes, send another MPP a pine. Obi Poma Sebo. We are Canania. Dear Kosu Wakana. One Casatanasi. Necessary. The Chief Justice. Eh, the Kufuado. Any Chief Justice Kosia. Our can some good assume. Sawu Kotela Konyemoa. Assembly didn't say. The Kufuado Baka and the Chief Justice here. Because one of point 10. And until the John Dramani Mahama said, Constitution will be changing. Yes. Constitution, no. You hear Constitution as I see it changing, no. I see it changing, you may be one. And yes, I dear Kosovo Canano, and get democracy. American and democracy. Democracy, any. Democracy, running some pop. And what you're sweating, or Chamu Boko at the Makufo. Rolling so. And why a patapa, you say, rolling see and canasem. What no call a spy. The beer were expiring dates. Now the Messiah job a spy. Now there you bet to a bar. You bet cast a Chondramani Muhammad and we know. Ata on the 10th. When you send the Papa Bow Republic House by force. Young came woman, you hand it over. You bet can appear by force. Yes, I said me, it can. The woman corner and you're going to get it. And I'm going to you. So what you was a party in tea. Now we'll be more kind of cry. Now some party in tea. I can't mention there. Minia can't hear reset. Ufondi Kutawi. A group maybe now Koswa. Now for the frizzy. A frizzy now one more. See now we know. Utuno. What's I resetting? Can't need reset. Producer.
Semi-edika, inabeka, miaro, miara, endo, miara, ejume, inabeye, miaro, miara, endo, miara, obrei, inabebo, miaro, miara, endo, miaro.
Chief Justice, Akotana Kunyem. Now, bias, a great Chief Justice, yeah, bias. Justice Alaba Esitokonu. We disappointed careers. The second who's a power versus. Hey, to me, Ubenya to me, but the bedroom and the influence. Yankuta to me, fan query yo. Si ekuta to me the query ya Karala Sequoia Mumakofo power betene because the cost of Canano a pro on manya you see ya highest democracy, the best highest democracy. I say it is so German Nipa da sending to me kasa. About way at the Kaka Motobi at the Trinity. When you assembly a cocotte, yet the crumb have a quisket me back. The country and this if was said. I will hope. Ebra at 2 forces every name in the canha. Some moment you would say. The Bibia and your catcher was a cocotte. O cocotte, your baby was so near catcher was sad. After your mountain, a 2 forces, cursing in the Edima on your would take. And I do not know. Nanka woman Ghana. Yes, a parliament, adding a home. A Kufuadu Bogos, adding a home. Chief Justice Court, Judiciary, and then Parliament now, I appointed Chief Justice. akwatena court no and the side chief justice no anya power as in parliament and what me bo parliament e ko kan your petty parliament hey and the year she said two way that a big kwasi a na ababi na teswa na ababi ye the same one Ghana fo benya anu aka bia na enya sembiso ye bisa said ye Ghana akufuado ama court apro akufuado ama judiciary system asenke dache se power sesa na ababi betna so na sembisa sia party wo position obenya kukudura sori akasa esa boni ni etwa to Ghana na nadu etwa sapone ade ato wo menu krono esa boni wom because about when penny foot me bo krono awu hu se ya channel awu kutade ho na president one more time no one pipi pampas na waye no ho clearing agent osema clear uko kasisi a ese court ntie na asembisi a abrochefo nsentro for the timikasa kana ni sentro ni say hey me kwaka ni emfa contact encheme ntie asemsi obi asuro so bekasa eno na ene ama on na putu pani kasa wo so because nanado ade kaka motobi akata nani and what bibia kokot ade ankwan na wo kota bibia kokot ade na wo koto because nanado appointed judges history of the record a woman said president appointed judges but check record Akufuado ni abanya wo ba what appointed judges power on my kind of fear way on my kind of will be better ya Johnson Kakro no nyina hwesia I tell you for your appointed one because of bonia aban we ni ba umia person muti because of bonia aban we person within the can to appointed judges in your kind of hwesia na sambi ba ni akancho se kokot kokota ye tria fast ye 3-7-0 die na baba ana ajaje fonson abetna samso na jaji ni ba kumpempo entimi nkasa metie me wosaha na jaji fo ni na anoko anokru hwenra asamo wotena so jaji ba ko anu ateso no wo ye pure MPP and I'm so and the Speaker of Parliament, the lawyer appointed. Say, Papa, we were the MPP near our contested MPP, and they are my MPP. Chief Justice and some of the country say, more parliamentarians than we did the two. I will who. That's me, I'm gonna for. I dear back compare. And I'm a new me necessary. Ade ba kompe ana me no mi no se nya kokudro ni eye si etumi ya ye be fra titi no your mama teso na kan nti se yo your mama teso na wunya asamo a ye nka nkyerɛ se kokot your mama teso na jaja wote akodwa mu mpo na oye MPP ni Chief Justice awo mo ye MPP ni Sofa Yakufu. Ene Bibia tene. Nano Sofa Yakufu bekan. Said ya koso wakana no time. Judges na di omo ye ne na wo kan ye do be kwakoto afiase. Wo kan ye sifa ye mfa no contempt achew. ne ye de judge for na be hwehwe nipa wo Ghana ye to abama judge for na ye de judge for ne court and ye de babo Ghana for ntrene si ye de no na babo ntrene wo Republic of Ghana dia and ye nye democracy ni yetim because media nan kamini say ye de no babo ntrene a kaminya asem na me kokota ba bia no kra ne da asase ya de to batene minya asem me kokota ba bia no kra ne da no enne biem so we yan this ni a ye do be kokoto afiase so we ye alarm boy a ye do betum so we ye shada boy a ye do betum but we yan pipi ni dia ye be ka che so ko ye te Ghana ama invisible forces ebo wura court ama oba besia judge awanyem opone by force ewo court ama moja efa the court atadim na kufu do clear one ye tie formanto because womu yan pipi fu a womu no mu de kufu ado aye dan eba ye enti etumi clear one ye de webu o mama ye I'm from Parliament. Mr. Speaker, Aban Babel, and they were respondo. Some no crowd on campus and Papa Bia. Now some they say, Council of Elders, Echo Naso, and then the Kokasai. Said the woman kon ya bona sembium. And Ghana sembium. And to Dabai. And necessary Omoko Parliament. When your daddy can say, or no cradia caution at Nemo within Wachana de Chiaquia or Bethania be Parliament. No, or can some be or say what the two men him said as a so too quiet because Africa Union for appointing necessary or consul and your non qua as a set at 2 force a fenyo market parliamentarians a noom and what do we do on a chiako that's what count Kobe and this a some crab but now numbers no MPP or Muntri ya they are passing me here Chairman Sambosu Kobe. I say, Parliament we as I see a tomb complete. Was some back on your canoe, and Brasaba the new work grass ye campaign. I bet them have a time Brasabidum, or better Brasabidum cry, not green, and yes to my work council. This is serious, Anna. They can't look with you, serious. And then another watch, Bibia Jacob. It is Speaker of Parliament. Or say, Chair, or baby, Rashabidran. The moon, a country that I will be too kind. Dear Chief Justice Sayeno, or the Kakawa Abwebra Parliament, or the Efi Aka Parliament. The Parliament, no, and your Parliament bill. Obi anywa wokot na hode aniche abufuo ane wantwentwe abewo Parliament ya yesi ama omometrase no omompase omkoji law na ye kwaje no akufo do kwaje dia be campaign law no ye kwaje dia be campaign yan kwaje mfa me ye hwe makanafo akaboso mbako ye koto aba. This time you could loan, and then the end came. The 12 baby I could loan. And then the end came. About where some of the company taxes or so. Company, you're pointing on one better ever to taxes. When we now your parliament MPP parliamentarians companies. Tax now, and when you see a parliament, near you free honor. And your MPP penny for the Kutasa companies. Because woman who said woman lose into a more percent, yes, Sam Brano, near you free ama Mahama bakra na it say almost Canada. We never gonna for. The new year no on the 7th of December. As I say, your communal labor. As I say, your kwasafuduma. As I say, be a communal labor. Be a mother room. Kon. Your kwakwa your communal labor kwa your kwasafuduma. Your kwakwa your omanya juma. Omanya juma your kwa your say. Yet was show, and it was show. And your witchre. And the common tea. And it was here. And Granny Ghana. Yet could just what to apa. And winty, and yes, if you was sitting them with a say, you cobrunya, Cassandra whistle, Sikamu Krum. Cassandra, who was a man for Dika, but you could renovate the piece, set to say. And the dollar, I could say, dollar, I could say 17. I could do 17. We need America $1. We need 17. O ma be ne yetimi. Ye koye na se buy. Ye kan wo se me en kan wo. Na na do ba se no kan ya, ka na fo fa nsuom, afa wiem koto aba na. Na do pepper wa ye se no ka kire. Ba umi pepper wa enye se no ka kire. O ma ye ti ase se. Dollar Adwa Mahama Jane 3 cities, 42 pesos, no more thing. And the one peso, dollar grew 17. Now, we catch them say, Minya campaign money and Cotuamba mouth. Now, the officer may go home and in cost Canadian with him. For our party in the 20. Baby, I do know, I have one man can a honey Ghana first. Said the Canadian Japan can. See, a good Ghana first say, ya, who party now would be a train at the 20. Let ya can a Ghana. Ya to Abba Papa. Nipa ba compa and a waiting to Abba Mano. And John Dramani. Now, Adia Bakwa, I will hope a beam the same. Chief Justice Emra, when you're bias be a net time. Me who Chief Justice and what is that oh my bravo. Emra Obia what's your some so? Na o bekase Ghana na speaker lawyer kasa na all kasa no and the Chief Justice bekase the Ghana Parliament akonkon we eye no fe but anya no ho asam ne yakan anya Parliament ayatum no eye MPP for and woman call Parliament MPP for the boko to Parliament Speaker the NDC for call and a parliamentarian se call you know omde abufu MPP for and the abufu sorry P and think me nanka minim say Chief Justice ko wafutuo bia ko de bema MPP parliamentarians can you speak a lawyer one na ekoko emra wo hwe send ye na Justice alaba to konu ne bu afu send ye no kasa enten kasa hey mama your tax money ne adutua wo ko your tax money so what sika ka ko bi company so what sika ka wo bi office ka wa mama kufa dan fa enti so wo ye grofa ye right se ka chiro kwasi bright akasa ye koti kwasika
including laws enshrined in the constitution and so on. Eminent jurists have established a principle of law. Do they want an outcome such as this one and so on? You understand? Now, all these are matters of principles which I suspect are not challengeable. These are principles which the legal practice, judicial practice and so on have established over the years, and I think it's important to apply them at all times. Now, yesterday, after reading the judgment of the 5 justices, I heard the Chief Justice, in a very angry mood, pose the question, why have we come to this? Why is Parliament not sitting and so on? Is that the business of the Chief Justice? Whether or not Parliament should be in session or not is clearly the duty of the Speaker. The Speaker calls Parliament into session. The Speaker is the one who adjourns Parliament, definitely or indefinitely, and so on. What has that got to do with the Chief Justice? In any case, why was Parliament adjourned? Parliament was adjourned because it didn't have the numbers to take decisions. It is not because of the Speaker's decision. It is not because of the injunction which was being sought in court and so on. Parliament simply could not have the numbers to take decisions, and that's why Parliament was adjourned. Is the Chief Justice in any way suggesting that Parliament should sit when it doesn't have the quorum to take decisions? Is that what the Chief Justice is suggesting? And if that is not what she's suggesting, and she's acting in her capacity as a citizen rather than a Chief Justice, and she's entitled to that, perhaps what she ought to do is to advise members of Parliament of the New Patriotic Party not to boycott parliamentary procedures, in order that we shall have the numbers to do business. That's all. And she can do that in her capacity as a citizen. That does not lie in the mouth or actions of the Chief Justice, but it lies in the mouth and actions of any and every citizen. And the Chief Justice indeed has a right as a citizen to make appeals to members of Parliament not to unduly and unreasonably, boycott parliamentary procedures so that we can get business done. And I have no quarrel with that. Now, one of the issues which came up yesterday was the claim that the Speaker's lawyers had not filed their responses to the matter which had been raised by the plaintiffs in the case, and therefore they were unduly delaying the process. Now, I'm a layperson. I didn't go to law school. But listen, what happened in court yesterday was the Speaker, represented by his lawyers, asking the Supreme Court to set aside decisions that it had made. Asking the Supreme Court to take note of the fact that the process before it was improperly filed. So if the Supreme Court had decided yesterday that the Speaker was right, there would have been no case pending before it for anybody to respond to. Okay? Now, unless the Speaker's lawyers believed that the case they were sending to the Supreme Court was frivolous, had no merit, and so on, how could they have filed responses to a matter that they thought had been irregularly brought before the Supreme Court? So I think that the lawyers of the Speaker acted properly and demanded an extension of time to enable them to file, their responses and so on. And yet the Chief Justice was so angry that at one point she actually asked lawyer Sorry whether they should go ahead without him, Member of Parliament. You understand? So it's strange. Then the other thing which struck me yesterday was the reference to caucuses in Parliament. There are no longer caucuses in Parliament. At the end of the last elections, the NDC had 137 seats and the NPP had 137 seats. So we had a hung Parliament. But there was one independent candidate. So the matter was referred to the Speaker for a ruling as to whether or not we can have a majority caucus and a minority caucus. And I remember very clearly the Speaker giving a decision which says that there are no caucuses anymore and that there's a majority group and a minority group. So where from this majority caucus and minority caucus that the Supreme Court referred to yesterday? I cannot believe it. Okay. Now, Master, it's important because if you look at Article 97, H and G of the 19th Constitution, it is clear that it does not allow crossing carpet in Parliament. That the independent candidate could not have become a member of the MPP caucus because it would have implied that he had crossed carpet and therefore would have had to lose his seat for a by-election to be conducted in his constituency. So the Speaker very cleverly declared the existence of a majority group and a minority group. You understand? Now, I disagree with the Speaker. I disagree with the Speaker on grounds that the standing orders of Parliament envisages a situation where there always has to be a majority and a minority. The reality after the last elections suggests that there wasn't no majority and there was no minority. So what needed to be done was a recrafting of the standing orders of Parliament to fit this new situation. Now, either because of laziness or because of the way to cling to tradition and so on, we still maintain this position of majority and minority and found a very clever, perhaps disingenuous way of declaring one side a minority group and the other side majority group. That is where this problem is coming from. You understand? That is where this problem is coming from. Because if you have an independent candidate in Parliament who declares that for all times, for the 4-year life of Parliament, he will be aligned to a particular party, Master, directly, not indirectly, he has crossed carpet. Of election disputes and so on ends at the Court of Appeal. And another panel, headed by the current Chief Justice, decides that no, it doesn't end there, it actually ends at the Supreme Court. That's interesting. It's for lawyers and people who know better, to educate. One thing which was very striking yesterday was also the decision that one of the judges that the Speaker's lawyers were asking to recuse himself would not do so because
pride. I can't say baby. We are Canania. Said ye go so can. Say court tonight walk on. And it does so be a new man can and be a pin. If we say Godfred would that make crowd what ye can and your lawyer. Attorney General. Or my name say when you are someone or no and I could catch him to try jump. But then who could come with some check Godfred or damning. So when you are some more court on good will be at what. And that the court I know. Say Ghana young family bread and 2 MPP party. Near Manco way another chance to come one. It cannot crack. It can't go upon Hatasso. Some more minor. Munt them. Because Obibeka said at that time I moved about Yana, Gono Ombra. Baumia, Sawu Kotua Bamano. Na Obet na sope. Nanado take it and they control Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And the same take it. And nothing like Koyota Matekai. It's the same. Take it. Be and we be changing. Gabi watching that corner better Jubilee House I control. Best thing I have bet you and say, as I see a 2 bet here won't. Be a changing Rasha bedroom. Be a changing parliament. Oh, yet to meet a Sapa, you be free. Because your Mahama Memo de Kakamu to be a memo. Your Mahama Memo won't run when you power court. We are some land was some court quarter. Send your morality and sign it over faso. But then, and this in ya, and this in me, ya some qua, I was sending you treating. And to move better now, memo. Not ube you when December John party way. Manya some make court. The Akasa we a party way banty. And you watch one. And you can say Bassa, but then because of Judge of what a Kufa appointed 20. Officer when your power, officer when your control, But then me catch an another say a huru a petro. A huru and she a huru to say the Kugua. No, we just see by Joe. Saddam was saying one way. Saddam was saying we ye kiki and no way. With some of ye kiki and no way. India Mimo, one we ye kiki and no way. Chastella, we ye kiki and the Chastella away. Chastella, one we ye kiki and no way. Into one camp was said, and Susano, I had there, Peppa. Your 2 baby on the 7th. The 2 years are not when you're president. Your 2 years, a coup for when you're president of the Republic of Canada. After on the 7th, young came one and they overpower. You better tune by force. Producer, my man, call a member. I want it. Me back. Chandra Mani Mahama story and I'm the Baba Twash. JM and the Wakasa. Your best is here.
Yes, and you are destroying people's business. The party is for all of us. We are not scared of nobody. We are not. Read my lips. We are not scared of nobody. And nobody can use anybody's name to intimidate anybody in this party. You, Alex, what? What do you want to do? Now, I'm going to do it. Mokobisa Wayomi. Na mumisa Coco board guy and friends say.
Yeah, Dr. Opuni.
Opuni, me ba see ya netie. Me ba see ya netie.
Submarine approach.
And there's more whatever. Me ba see ya netie. I am not afraid of any human being. I will always speak the truth. And nobody, I say nobody, is above the law. We are all Ghanaians. You cannot use anybody's name to intimidate anybody in this country. It won't work. It won't work. Because we are all Ghanaians. We are all Ghanaians. Now, Momo prefer Ayarikov, secretary, when they consent to a young man. You know, the first time I talked about this young man, MPP Women's Wing were calling me, giving me evidence of the guy's
about
contribution.
This, a company, okay? GL for
no, I'm the contribution.
Okay.
Now, this guy is using Bedi Etio's name everywhere.
Well, does it mean say?
Producer, or Canada Japan court, as I'm not. Some video no war half to mum. Some kind would be judge for not and be chief justice at them. Oh no. And I man found to system no sir. Oh half to mum and I'm a wife. Fatum and need
and some no doors.
The patch of table never sa court case in mammy.
More bogus television station. We're very bogus.
Yeah, bogus. Technical challenge
bogus.
Na eba.
What do you mean by technical?
Na kufuadu ni patantaya na no ebu aguma wo de milk gura nkura na esoro bi. What? Now on the 1st of September, Mamoudi Injunction Court, you are a stupid judge. I will face you. You are a stupid judge. Who permitted you? You are a stupid judge. Yes. 18 years that I've had the land.
Wow.
Obi answer for me. Me ho ani afrem say e de yako we kwase jet. Wo de mo behu. We go fi say me siro bia. Me de me ntisa na so obaji bribe. I will deal with you.
So, Canada Japan crave who second a judge for can crave. Tamu ka video no. Canada Japan was a judge can afford your stupid judges. I could for the judges and Kennedy said, "Mo you stupid." Producers Abobium and San Macomenim.
Now on the 1st of September, Mamoudi Injunction Court, you are a stupid judge. I will face you. You are a stupid judge. Who permitted you? You are a stupid judge. Yes. 18 years that I've had the land.
Wow.
Obi answer for me. Me ho ani afrem say e de yako we kwase judge. Wo de mo behu. We go fi say me siro bia. Me de me ntisa na so obaji bribe. I will deal with you.
Ose mo ye nkwasiafo judge. Mo judge for mu Ghana. Na make o. Parliament im na she bedwani na e ka say. Ose you are stupid. Stupid. Chief Justice Kennedy said you are stupid. Ose you are stupid judge.
Now on the 1st of September, Mount Injunction Koto, you are a stupid jet. I will face you. You are a stupid jet. Who passed you? You are a stupid jet. Yes. 18 years that I've had the land.
Wow.
Obiya Sabumere. Me wa ni afrem say e de yako. We kwasia jet. Uri amubehu. We go visa Mistrobia. Me de me tisa nurse obeju bribe. I will deal with you. Ekufuado ti hot say. Edua esiwa eni because ni nyina rot. Ekufuado ti hot say. Edua esiwa eni because ni nyina rot. Now on the 1st of September, Mount Injunction Koto, you are a stupid jet. I will face you. You are a stupid jet. Who passed you? You are a stupid jet. Yes. 18 years that I've had the land.
Wow.
Obiya Sabumere. Me wa ni afrem say e de yako. We kwasia jet. Uri amubehu. We go visa Mistrobia. Me de me tisa nurse obeju bribe. I will deal with you.
Was what we young Kwasia for pa. MPP. Oh, MPP. We young Kwasia for. Never make her. Canadian Japan, was the MPP ni judge for? Oh, we young Kwasia for. We young Kwasia for and Casa, MPP. And Yamana Miko. Canadian Japan, was we young Bele.
MPP. If you answer the MPP for need capital. MPP now come. Read my lips. MPP. If you answer, omu need capital. Jimmy pa. Jimmy omo Jimmyana. Book. MPP for book. They will stay in opposition forever. Nkwasia for pa. My Jimmy MPP for Jimmy. Me who be dead. Stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party.
Former President Kwame Chontamani Mahama and the Wakasa. Was said what Nano Assembly Mutuka. Sending some waka and the washa kind of fono. A one witchina. Dear, what can it be anywhere? Or say son and nota. Promise what promise kind of forcible bar or best a wow. Until we are Canania on the 7th of December, also a power chow. Shahona to Apamano. Osha, a new man Kwame Chontamani Mahama dear Gukwem. I was so what they ba effect. Effect na a kono. Etikasia wa wiake. Ekurura. Obadwema wa desumye papa biso. Our what do the man my kana? President Ayefene Mr. Wambra na Omechikana. President Ayefene nim se Wambra no me fakana kobo shasase so. And then what the no asem e dia tuka. Na some of the tuka na emote. The trawasa mitie na me bo mitin kom si hey papa sa unimute. Wouldn't the non minion sa the Yamia shall. Now, who will Akuma pa at the Mamu my Ghana? So I may bomb paya and say, Rate, a cheer. Then you swat it into me. And Tiana, and some of what the two car. Producer, patch out my year videos in a crowd. So my year in a crowd, I'm see. Yaba pese yaba ko yakwohwehwe video sleeping jam and the send your wakasa fat school and sanuduma Kwaku skat me de bia me sen sanuduma de me fa ni agro and sanuduma na me de ba krom ha and the sanuduma na de me ti krom ha and tin sanuduma de se wo bi ba wo be kan no be kume wo be kan sanuduma no me hu so yo obi a wo yo patrempa John Dramani Mahama kan sanuduma amete so bon sanuduma no na me say because Oman Ghana and you will be an asabe Nitina Kutano, Obetmi the Austrian the Adia heaven. Obine the Ayan San Juma. And the Mamma Kwakuska Debia Meka. Me become a story at Chow. Na me come baby and Yamidimia bedroom now. Minia. Say Obi de Bassa Kusian San Juma. Kamia. Kamako school ye. Elementary ni be a nasi DSS ni be a vino. Kamako Kusian Juma. Invest ye. School. A yes and the brothers and you school. Now be a big watching. But I'm telling you. I come in history, I come in story with her. Me call phone for. Those days, not phone for one, and we don't make call it. Me, yeah. Now, I see me pen San Juma. Me old master what they may call Briwa Technical School. You call it now, you change the money, I call far from no. I dear Briwa, best you are down crew. Briwa, those days, I dear near show you down crew. To me, Papa, they may call you. I can't, I'm saying no. Then you Briwa. The best film Papa be Guamis, because me, Papa, boy, headmaster, or tried there for 50 years. Befi, I'm a mediani because my caucus have been paid Briwa. I'm saying, no, me pen San Juma. You're from in Conquer. Let me go see Juma. Yet they make quackra. And then may come a story way. I'm a way out of flat. They go both jam voice. Febby. Jam voice in tea. And I'm a make casa dancing. My kind of videos, but I can hear. See, I'm from in Cosia Juma one cry. And make Cosia Juma. Me quite not tell let there be a question. Let there be a question. And come my flat. Upon an amity. Na me papa wo fa ase ete ho hompo man kwatena ho e de me ko ho keke man na ko hwehwe adwuma e bi e ko hwehwe adwuma ma me obi a watena kra bia me kan pa woni pa ko ni ho se wo free obi tebilante abese kokolebu a udru zongo traffic light no kolebu road zongo junction traffic light e kwan na make ko zongo gas kia mo mo se u make right na ehona stop sign bi ho aka drop park ho wo be make no once abronsan tenten yellow bi minim say na da so ho dia sa abronsan no na furniture shop bi ho ehona bi ko su adwuma the master wa chere me dwuma fe no kwam na no ma na ne papa ene agomua france ene nana wo mo ya nuanu mienu Omuti school contract, near the day, Omuti ministry's contract. Oh, and then because you let me day human. Now a human who are bronsana chain, but now master not rent take a bronsana or on yellow one being a honor, but renty as yellow back on. Obebani a campo boss to send cocoa. Because now Okuta apprentice by Mark 25 near that back. Monsieur Juma, 4 years. Now you're 4 years and me 3 years. Now me feel say okay. I'm catching papa from my pome. The pome me and who is out. Masa, me pakas all kind of story. Wakuma, won't you see? The pome who be and what refi. Let there be a question for Nana Mete. I may papa no fast on. The fear him, na me call ye mpa. One bed, but I couldn't see up one thing. Na me ton. Ubi beton pano. O ton pano. Nam de kotonia. Satam nan konwa bi, wo ya wo de enua na hyehyɛ na si na abaso. Ne friends amagano se bibi. Ye nkonwa set si ho na no so yato na me koto tapoli ambe bo tapoli wo ho e che me ye nkonwa de egu ase start the business kan ho na me kofa nneoma e ma nneoma wo Togo na media no beka carpentry work na me asomade a ye de gu showcase ekuta maton bi asomade those days no se ne de asomade gu showcase bi kotogo makofa asomade na masan ye carpenter adwuma no ade nkodwa na si oni entol me kofa no a anapa yimpa ne si ho na salon bi ho na me de ho agye o mo se obi ba o mo mfrɛ me masan se hye nyoma na egu showcase m na makuta woni na mantem na yes obi afro sa me pa asomade wabi so na wanyi bidi ama ebi wa me wo showcase ateton ma me ton nyoma bi afrem so obi aba so opempa na sese me ye fast ame back ma beton panama no na masako back ade achi a me nko ye to ade achi a me nko ton showcase na ade achi a meko tima market makoto nua na me de abaye ade a meton ni bi di ahye so at say edidim na kakra because the store and kiosk am kwaji no kwalebu ho ba bisa na eche me kofa nkodwa ne bi firi kumase na me de abeka me efuna da ka nyina me num ye me onhu me sa ukọ mo kire ukọ bisa ase obi ani me yefuna da ka na me de akogya mo kirefo mo maton wa ma me masan ye furniture itu ba bi na eche me because the kiosk na eche me kofa nkodwa ne bi firi kumase those days na kumase nkodwa na ye cheap because na bonu ya no kofa ba na ma be de abeku aton na ma ye bi efrem Rollins time near Simi and Fenria ma me kofa ndua free village because load na articulator na me de abeguti mama kataton na me yibi apartheid na me de abaye nkonya aton e de mo na me koje asase na me koje store me akasa me koje me store time showroom awa Accra Zongo Junction Kaneshi Road koje showroom ho Pogas mo bi anime bo me dia Pogas step man furniture bi anime central furniture obi ani wa woni meka ko piece of kwame sefa kan woni mi akasa na me host tu na me sponsor fifi bansa program with the carpenter juma 1999 2000 Black Queens any Nigeria for ma ebopo me amete hey awu me sa the cotton nyoma twom articulator nyoma na be kwache wo GFA satam na Kofi Nsia na ye general secretary uko GFA me record da kwesisi a me ye nkonya 60 million those days 2099 2000 me ye nkonya 60 million ade ko chen central for omukọ sports stadium free so what I say the same sanu dwuma na nam so mam de kwaje vesa ba krum ha me bana me ko na me kuta me company ntina me bana me ko ne de ka krum ha ye de ti krum ha me ba krum ha no because of na me kuta sanu dwuma wa kana nti me gura ha na ma dwen na ne se me bi me company adwen ni na no carpenter ni o me the carpenter ne be krum ha me ba ye na me pese me go school for what do you call it construction and me dane no too mechanic and body work ko she wo bi ase ani etua me kafia bi but na me bi omo na ase no maloy obi a wati Virginia e ka maloy onu maloy what one maloy Honda maloy Honda eho adam ko sua ka ho adwuma bi etua me ka $7 for 1 hour $7 don't say $7 the mu ho ye ne na mu sa And one of the me bus parametric bus. Mean to me who bus a GPRTC bus. I call New York, I call Washington DC, Pentagon. We could see the airlines class A. And I want to share my use because me could have a company. But every year, be a medicals because me personally lose license. It's every year, be a medicals. Send your bear make people. I did him. I'm a common access for age, maybe. Then I'm more na me am a shop. Me am a shop. I'm starting body waste, starting car detailing. Maybe I'm here to do baby no shop. Let's some double shop. I'm double shop. 3,700 square feet. 12 employees. And yeah, easy. Shop on the castle there. 3,700 square feet. Mechanic car body waste. Me fighting na some major license. The diploma na major license. Na check me koto car. Ma be repair. Na maton. So what I say? Be the car rep. Manassas obianime. Me na me de repair car rep back first. Obiani what onim send the repair car rep. One day we want to Spanish and call am no me yekuma. He decided say rem ni bubu scratches ye be then ye trans in creating. Ye you we e keke see any your wedding, your Sunday, your painting. You be not rem na quite a factory. A chain dealership for the rims and repair more. Dealer for a normal yekuma. Mokoto accident cars. Oba me busy. And the accident cars in the back. Now, body was from my repair. Yeah, mechanic work my year. My sign and my year detailing. And then me the mobile account. My cotton fan can see it. I would obey me. No. Till the bill on out to be for car number. Ye two car. Ye call now. So me a year. When you know, what kind of near woofy. And until you said to a papa. Yami aduna jemba. Ye be befi. Ghana mobile sanyo mane ni wo. Yemba na mato mobile van be 10. Kumase Cape Coast. So what I say? O ka say ya. And when he said the be a shop. You bet you about fee. Cleaning necessary be clean ya shampoo, your machine, car epima. And when he said we get body waste. If any dent, we go pull dent no. According na school kruma. We have the machine siso. Se paint ni bi car ba ko ni paint ni car so am machine. We the siso we pay the clear. We be ni Ghana car quick clear se ko body waste. Car ni pi na paint na car so be the drop car so. We are ma sandy no. We are them the compound. Buffer me one. It is from factory. And to Mr. Jam, but can't say inside the Jumano. And your opportunity at the Mamu Mabuna Mopa. Sa program when you have my question, I made a commerce. At this year, and yet a critique a human opportunity at the Mabuna Mopa. And yet investing Kwana Oka, Wabra obey you. And yet investing Kwana. Inside the Juma. The Amuya said, Jam, be a opportunity. Ebiana will be in Kramik or Quisket Cranam, maybe hunter. We were doing you ha. And I'm so Ubetin Yabahab, she had the Ebia Cam, Nadia Kufi, I could be working. And I'm a so, and I make a be nim. Nebia Namusokra make a Quisket, Ebian San Jumano, Ebia near the family grass a cocoa. Because who could answer me who experience who were in the fans and send you repair rim Ghana car rim say ya to make you repair 90 facts. What to say na repair dollar be a baby, a man. Ghana, say jam this and you remember, no rip me back. Yet me, ye be what can. Me know na nam na wo ye adwuma Ghana, ebia braha, bra opportunity wa ha, na be sua ha de ni bi. Wo ba be ye practicals kakra, wo be ye theory kakra, na wo de akofie. And now so to me chance in the room. And this year since I'm Juma, she was sitting them, men find she was doing say, wouldn't you co-invest in tea? Chicken say invest in America. Or be a co-invest in me, Jumanye. The cannon say, damn this son Juma bar, found who said, now power wouldn't even contia. Or be co-invest in what if ye, but what concern Jumana Wakosian. Who said, Ube Costro, then Ube easy, investing in that certificate. Ghana kiosk and magic through me, will be paid. I mean, some way to me. Let me at the back room, have my cognac gummy fee. Me and Cassana, my cognac gummy. Me and Cassa, met me at Aqua America store, the back between draw, not with many a draw, number a draw, make you come on your med one like a case in my head. And it's so easy. Sanu Juma. Me kasi ka me nipa nwo hwa no so atase nti se wokutansa no dwuma plumbing krom hasa wo je plumbing na masa usika wontimi ni wo ba ha apartment bi abefa easy wonum electric wo ba ha banya adwuma ye wonum condition fixe wo ba ha banya adwuma ye nti se jam so de sa no dwuma ba fa ho hye na ba ko bi kura jam e ka ho kura na ekume no Ghana her interchange. Her car your body interchange. Hanu jam kasegu maso. Or we segu maso. Or so ba interchange na ye kofa brofo ba jisika no. Ye betwam. Ndi bi ko no misa se jam be de ye twam. O se Kwaku nyame adona me pa. Ye betu asie ho. Ni akofa omom ye interchange ni bi di o mabaka. For 1 year, no mess agreement 1 year. Now we are bofra. Now person who send ye interchange. Uko school no, na usia no kano. Nti usia, ye bema allowance kakra dia to boto. Nti mu usia no, ye ma 1 year say you no usia ni ye. 1 year no, na Ghana for be pekia. Abrofo no ye twa contract no, omunko baby. Nipa be ko school say nipa me sakra pekia obetia start interchange na wo mu nua no no mo Ghana no mo afo mo no mo abo mo aye adwuma no omo ya dollar no e ka Ghana omo ya sika na ka Ghana kuro no mu atene ye ko fa buroni ne tua dollar na ma no ono ba wadi obi fi abrochire no wadi na ba be ye kwan no oba contract aye no mo be sign no no wasesa nkofo na Ghana for kakra bi ya fa wo. That jam can some way to a very, very good idea. The empower your pedia interchange. Yenian Cassania Beswian, near Cana for your interchange. Young Kofa Bruni, and Mamma interchange. America, Uba Brofuna, you are interchange. Uko school near church, who take classes, Uko school, we hear Yamawa certificate, we are construction, we are contractor. The same time. Jam the San Jumane back on the technical school back. Would the any so be Kobe? Yet the Bronine Babana Bronino, ya kind. Now would the Bronine China Wusia? Do what the any says someone you who do with the Wusia ye. Wusiano, ye Tio Kaka Credu bottom. I'm away from Wakuma Busia because a idea a here one mine, I bet you more mine than Jessica. And to Wusiano 1 year no 1 year no do. Nasa nipa 50. Any adu omu ram na nipa 50 no emu 10. Qualify omu ye very good. Sa 40 na aka no. Eye de ya omu sua bibi kakra wom. Ye betimi ache nipa 40 no ade omu agu nipa 10 no so. Ne de Ghana adwuma ahya wom nsa. The Ghana interchange as wom nsa. Se de hye wom nsa no omu oja. Obefa Ghana ni na onam ho. obefa lebra obefo obi atemota obefo obi ayinua obefo obi ayewei obefa drivers obefo mo betwi machines a creative job a creative human enuti na make catch say James so the san dwuma ba wa we say gumaso enuma bebre wachire nyeso obi say me say wa we say akasa gumaso na me gyina so aka kyerɛ enti bomodin na wo ba na wo de wo say wo ba no wa mo wo school nti wagya na sesra no wo ye nipa wo ka ho bi kana ye kan na kan ho bi wo to about to bi enti se nyame ya do na dwoma hama ba what ne beba in board yet ne beba board near challenge sam dwuma enu nti enam so ene Kwame Chontomani Mahama wakasa
any appointee who wants to be a minor can go and be a minor, but you can't be a minor in the election. They're going to passing those amendments. For me, that I think is the way forward to go. With regards to the Peace Pact, the point our party says young businesses to be able to grow. Unfortunately, it's become a trust fund for political apparatchiki instead of being used for what it was supposed to be used for. And so we're going to go back to the basics and see how we can stimulate all these engines in order that we're generating more jobs. How many people can the public sector employ? Not more than, currently I think there are about 900,000 employees in the public sector out of a population of 33 million. And so naturally, the biggest or the largest capacity for job creation is in the private sector and self-employment. Aside from that, we need to tweak our skill sets because we're producing too many people in the humanities and in management. And so everybody is doing an MBA, everybody is doing marketing, everybody is doing, so there's a saturation of graduates in those sectors. And yet you go and find out there's a deficit of middle-level technicians. People are looking for very skilled technicians. They're looking for very skilled plumbers. They're looking for very skilled welders, and we don't have enough of them. And so how do we tweak our skill sets so that our young people are going into those areas where employment generation is easier than everybody going to do an MBA, everybody going to do business management, everybody going to do marketing, everybody going to do history and all that. And so that is one of the things that we need to look at. And the way we can do it is to increase capacity in vocational and technical training. And so for some of our secondary schools, we must convert into technical and vocational training schools. People can finish JHS and say, look, I want to go into technical and vocational school because I want to learn a skill, get a certificate, and go into the work. And they should be able to do that. And so those are the reforms that we'll look at. We consult health professionals in appointments to, I didn't really understand the question, to which I did like the head Director General of the Ghana Health Service. We should call all health professionals together and ask them, who do you want to be the Director General of the Ghana Health Service? Some of those appointments are the prerogative of the President. He will consult as far as possible in order to get a good person to be there. But you cannot universally consult in order to fill one position or the other. And so what we must look for is people who have merit and people who can bring a change to where you're posting them to, and not just bring people because they are political party affiliates and so on and so forth. You might have a person who can achieve results for you in a particular area. He's not partisan, but the work that he does would be a credit to your political party because it will bring quality and progress into the area. With health professionals, we will always need health professionals. And that is one of the reasons that we were expanding the infrastructure in the healthcare space. by building more CHIPS compounds, by building more polyclinics, by building more hospitals, so that we could create more space for absorbing health professionals as they come out of school. And so once that expansion is taking place, there will be a demand and a need for them. But I have said that even as we're employing health professionals, we must also be taking into consideration where we have an excess of health professionals to see how we can sign agreements with foreign countries, allow them to go on fixed-term migration service, go and work for 4 or 5 years, gain some experience, and come back home. They'll come back home with more experience and come and join the service again. And so helping nurses to improve their qualification and
Asama mekai enu anu aka no enti wawesa gumaso enti we ya mabuna besrew seba with insanu dwuma technical vocational fa hu guram eya de papa because eno na Kwaku skirt e de tikrum ha e ba ha apart from sa the major body wears car detailing mechanic now. Assign a TV. Assign be a radio. Insanu because me what can no not insanu juma ne kutame. It's me be krum hana juma sami ya masaya me insanu juma ne kutame. It's then will be so de ba yam fie kunshi. Yeah no wie mama nso a ene me ametumi assign me TV box. A box way krum ha target on easy. Insanu jumo. Maja they call elementary school form 4 and B. And the form 4 media student juma at the aya advert with GTV. Media aya advert on my dokun program. I'm a sponsor my dokun program with TV3. GTV first no more year program be war Afrikiko na mi nkonwa na yebefa na mo ye nkwala program be war Afrikiko mi nkonwa na GTV befa ye ntua me ko batie ye no better omo ye advert mame na omo befa mi nkonwa P7 that 2000 ye ne de buy na me ye advert omo yo didi fifi bansan fifi bright no kwam se fakan kwasata no mai na ya wo kire ni tu mre no ma kire si ama wo ye bema wo yo pa na John Mahama se o de nsanu dwuma pa ni pa wo chew to abama no na nsanu dwuma ne de te ha le sembe bebe ma kan fa nsanu dwuma the San Jumamba, a baby a Juma, a benya cardilla license, at me a baby a TV, at me a baby a radio, at me a baby a TV box, and then a tom box with your water, with your American channel, in your Ghana channels, and your Africa channel, Rwanda channel now. Pentecost, who hear them. See why I say crash and a box and the minion call crowd, your cost may take for this box. The other day, since I know will be the ba unko 2 3 san. Why lucky cry? Obi unko 2 3 san. Jam na 2 3 san ma 1 or 2. Na umpe we na pede. Ti ya mabunu. No nya mfie du nwotwe. E de ko. School eye see ko school. Ati ko school di bia ya adwenem. Ati so to ko JSS ni bia. Fine. Uwie now face investing in M1 your force for who grants and equipment. The opportunity. And my two come back room how funny easy. The back room ha are you guy in your friend of Kwabnaji. No quite a man for fear juma. Not that time in Inkrata. It's me koyajma be day off na kwabna be family. Na odmia kofi on ma kwaye cabinet. Cabinet I say kitchen cabinet na ayina mambo na das na say ya koto bi ma be fix me twa sink ni mu the machine twam na me de atoso na ono so ye plumber no no why you feel plumber work you be na kwa betu ya meka asa pest eje sanu tuma e me se wo bia wan ka sa be start ye bi wadwuma wo fie na mu e ma de be pia prochire ti se de na Kwaku skirt media dancing na me aduma kwesi na me send this dancing we e wo Ghana adehye na me na me hofrede na me mra me ba abewi ukura ne yapon me ba sisia taha kuchu bidi ne Kwaku skirt yanko
any require katasi share corruption what do you pray no money skasem nara ya basa no banetano biara kanana to me in the Srush amount for much Apple 68 FM and the TV. What's say? Who say man no day?
Welcome to Apple.
Mema ewo fie enti wan no se who say man no day. Kwaku skirt ewa ha. Eno nti na ya hyehyɛ dwumadi asronko a ya tudi ka nawu na ensamfo ahi ya de brown kase da bia Kwaku skirt Sesa me wawra asante mantamu otumfo satutu na so pe eho ana dwumadi no me de brown kase da bia eho asante mantamu kanene eho efa ani efa ubatimi anya dwumadi bi eho cruise 96.9 announce say this year FM 99.1 Kwasiada nyumrabia Ghana time non kron America time no num anyumrabia woye bia wode Kwaku skirt kataba bako pay amra nemeshia wo asante mantam ne important adishie 99.1 emosi asante mantam abono ne important 96.9 bia woye bia Kwasiada nyumra wonni Kwaku skirt ba kompa ensia na yam adokta mamudo ba umia eho entma anyoma boni akoso wo Ghana dem no so kokum ubetimi anya your Facebook upon 68 FM and that's the Facebook upon 68 FM TV and that's ubetimi anya YouTube upon 68 TV Ghana wa Modern Ghana and that's ubetimi www.apple68fm.com Number Jumadi and Tina, Equatina, and this year 99.1. Our Asante Mantamu, and an important, and that's a cruise, our Bono, and an important 96.9. Question then, Ghana, Ghana, America, no doom. You will be and Kwaku skirt right. Then, yes, the Amagana Hong Kong, our cruise, Asante Manto 2 for now, so 99.1. Tana Cruise, I am 96.9. Right, Niam Padoctor Mamudu Baumia, and Oman Penia Kufado Honkma. Right, Niam Kuman Penia Kufado, and the Doctor Mamudu Baumia Sawa from Kra, because of my member above up from at the tape. And Sana Matwasu, the Pato, your book Premier Lake. And I'm a boy, your book Premier Lake, Semi boy. Born on the cost, I will be a your cost. Some person will not both free shot on Kwaku skirts. Lay in Kutame. The Samsung Ultra 2024. One said Apple 68 logo at the high. And I'm a boss AB. So, my boss, producer Zoom camera. Some person will not low, I in the mamma. No, my voice. That's it. Well, Osha, Apple 68 and the die. Who call Play Store? Who Android? Who call Play Store? Who download do Apple 68 TV? Who boy your bema? And you would download do app new year. The beer won't send you a P in the best show at you. Not the thing the casa naba. A bar. A form her ye. A form her. When left, they toss to no. No more boss. You toss to no. And the map, say, we have Kwaku skate. When I'm that app on a song. And I'm a boy, when I'm that so I make a say. So, Kwaku skate. When I'm tea, and I make a say. And see, one Sahano, left Hano, we overbo way, so the I to say, Caniano, or boss will be. The beer, the Guan your sports channel. And the Guabi baby. Yasha see a benya ball back on, na Yasha. So, the Guan a sports channel, it is a big boy, so any NAB, Uberman a time. Oh. NAB, which are any. So, a beer, come. Born no more born, okay? So, a born qua channel Makuma 150. And a dear grow. So, whoop a bar, a free, wouldn't you a capre? They ain't free. Would the other say, Uber for 100? No one could press store. Uko Apple 68 FM TV. Would download do ya? Na waba aseha we or see Europe sports. So Ubaha or another board away. No abosso any NAB woman a time. NAB or mobile. Patch up Finny. NAB or mobile. Any so stadium and away. Wow. Now, Adebako want to say before Besha born, make sure that storage empty because a video life and our Besha and this our storage in your empty a pay slow and answer a and this a we need storage empty born, but some person will have born be there. Download the app Android and your Apple 68 FM TV. Sana will call iOS and answer iPhone and also number 68 TV. Ubo 68 TV the baby no download. Who download you one sat left here the twasho. The wahai any high we any woman basketball and see download settings and in channel the trust no bosso who bones a sports game debris a life Bobby a year we are self and with the beer say Africa Cup say a Premier League say a Ghana Premier League who be in actually free. Download to be a iPhone A68 A68 TV. Who bought A68 and on qua be yaba because what the mufla on qua no doubt. Download to be but Android a Apple 68 FM TV. We made the amount free second. Then mom can who said the ocean war phone or sono. And yet, na and ubetimi and yan of phone or so. Box where the water Ubenya America channel bear 5,000 to 10,000. Utopia Ubenya all African channels naturally free. Untria monthly a one-time fee. UTV Adom Atenka Kesben Power FM TVSYZ so channels in the Bibli Ubi Emmanuel TV Joshua Pentecost TV Nina channels Bibli Nigeria movies Ghana movies Ubi what's on YouTube I was Untria monthly a one-time fee. So we can box maybe at my number than the down. Pacho. Over from 703 270 8171. The number again 703. Okay, the time as soon. ma memfa we entwam nyame ya adoma memenda ye fan raising the akwakoboa NDC and the former President John Dramani Mahama ye expect to see betia to ensure articulator back ensure the no bofu one more platform is to say the bia the news ka ye can some patch obeti ebra mesumi hia wo and this time me hia wo mo say me gi bibia firi ho akodi na mo me hia wo mo agi bibia firi ho de akoboa Ghana obi be bisa say de mo afia twa mu fie nan movement for peace and development mama Japan ma da uruma ye organize yi bi mai ekoto face masks and t-shirts and in your bebre near the cochen this amanyuku and the former President John Dramani Mahama afia we so onyankopon akasase ye koto ba aya na nkofo nyensuo no me can say last 4 years time aya koto ba no na sese na panifo bia frem say Kwaku kasa wo platform no so mumre yensuo ye nhwe eme yakosere nsuo ansa enti ana Apple 68 platform aye wo ukoso nipa bubuja any movement for peace any Apple 68 FM Apple 68 TV ya kan bom say ensuo mankwa ensuo mahoten ketwa bia ni ho esua eno nti memenda abai ya no for na wotwe for fundraising so wetia to nsuo ba ko pe amame a anya de wo bottle mo de wo rubber sectors bi so wetia to betem ba ko pe amame a meda wase if it's a Bible say the onya keto de bema ho no onya kase obema Bible so say oma emu wo nhira esen wachie enti me sra wo say na me aduma memenda ye be no platform we so opposite to so na ya ye no your WhatsApp platform group so near ye no movement for peace the kuta ubia be yibiboa near timin tonsu emfankoboa ye koto aba ensu a aya ebi mu nom enam soma obitimi sore adwon so basa enam soma obitimi sore jane na basa enam soma obitimi da basa enunti enu onyankopon akasa kire me se ye de beto t-shirt no ye mfanye ne nsuo efise nsuo emankwa enti nyame ya adoma memenda epay Ghana time they no me and son or 9 and the chance the member platform is so and the Sulemana the with that what you know man and the sister Dola why you sika data sister Dola why you sika a quarter na ye pese ye na obia hu sika ye nya ye na obia nkokasa obia disika enti ye no fundraising the obetimi atua nsududu obeti ato oba na de beto platform no so se ye no Facebook a the obeti ama the obeti atua oba na de beto ho ye the mobile number no abeto so na odi ato na de odi aka a simple ye wi a wa Facebook wo platform no so de wo twetwero ma ekuo no beba so nti obi bi to so obebo ni din na watro din no sika ne betomu a odba beto so ye wi a sika ye nya no platform no so ani Facebook no ne akeka bo ensuo obi anu ensuo bo ne nyina ye kunsu dodo a ibetimi ato na ye no open se obi ehunu bi krono asem bi anim ketasese bi antumi piem frencham ensuo wo ha ne nya ya wo ha apem enti mesraw yibi mame number ubetimi ayesika na faso Since you back na beto na 1 Ghana mpa. Say $1 na beti etua. Number ni 0551 236671. 0551 236671. Edi a ebeba so eye Kevin Owusu Ajimai. Ono na oye otrotrofo edema ekuo no enti yansha no so se nyame adom a mementa epe pachaw bra na beyi bibu Kwaku skate wadawroma bra na yansha NDC amanyokuo ane former president John Mahama enminyam ka hu se ye the sticker the sticker ebetale ho osha normal no na ye dia to Facebook no dini na aka ho enti pese wo bo a oba normal na emiye na Kevin Owusu Ajimai oja edin eba no enti no ka hu se ye beto sticker ye be sticker April 68 FM and NDC na ye de atetale ensuo no ho enti ase atumi ye ne ntam send ye be ya by on the 30th of November na ensuo na etimi call enti ye channel so yibi boame na ye mfanko NDC and the former president Kwame John Dramani Mahama ye say be Canada Japan story but adiasa it be see her yame ya duma kwasiata Kennedy part 2 kwasiada Kennedy part 2 nti channel so kwasiada the Kennedy story ebe sign abrow nti and then the first time odwane dwumadi ya subscribe page no like page no na share video no na unia entumi enye bi at the Kwaku skate with the producers bam Robert Evelyn Gladys Asante Achimjo boy be don wase obapa sewa any joe e ka ho bi on be so masen na Kwaku skate be dwumadi e de bro Yankopon shiraw sa wo say wo time wo mre na odi betra ha hwe me onyame onhye wanem data wo hwere na odi be hye wan odi be hwe me nyame amfa no mo bidin ade Kwaku skate me sorry sui se wan teme nka bi mu a oba ade no dom me a ochena me ma na mom ka hu se memenda me ne wo be hia se de tibia makraw come to you what's his name I'm
Save Ghana. Save Ghana. Save Ghana. Save Ghana. Save Ghana. Save Ghana.
Take a close listen to the words of Kennedy Japan some years back.
They say, Akufo-Addo to say, a dria is siwa any. Wow. Yes, what the Galam say. Oh, Madam, I'm telling you, main from Akufo-Addo to say, a dria is siwa any. Because he rot. Galam say, when it comes to Galam say, Akufo-Addo are rot complete.
This is a suggestion of corruption at the very core and root of Nana Addo himself when it comes to Galamsey. There is one man who has been at the center of some of the biggest scandals that has ever hit this country since the MPP came to power. From PDS, Ejapa, and now illegal mining, popularly called Galamsey. It's the man Gabi Ochiri Dakon. On the 7th of April 2017, a few months after the MPP government came to power, Gabi took to Twitter and wrote this: "Posterity shall not forgive Akufo-Addo and our government if we don't win the war against Galamsey." A few months later, the president of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, at a gathering of eminent chiefs, made a solemn promise on Galamsey, saying this:
"I am prepared to put my presidency on the line on this matter. I've heard it being said."
A couple of years down the line, and Ghanaians have learnt a bitter lesson. Instead of fight to end Galamsey, they have rather been the biggest supporters and defenders of Galamsey. And this is why. Ghanaians have been in a state of shock after a report by the former Minister of Environment, Professor Frimpong Boateng, which seeks to give credence to the realities of how the presidency and people close to the president are neck deep in the business of destroying the country. The report exposes the president and vice president, presidential staffers, and many others in the destruction of our forests and water bodies in the name of Party Hiansika. This report, written by Professor Frimpong Boateng, was sent to the presidency years ago, and until recently leaked by the loud silence media, the presidency did nothing about its content. Note that the author of the report is Professor Frimpong Boateng, a specialist heart surgeon, the founder of the Ghana Heart Foundation, as well as the head and founder of the Cardiothoracic Center at Kolibu, who was the head of the Ministry of Environment, which oversaw all the fights against Galamsey in the first place. This is a man who has authority, unblemished integrity, and most importantly, oversight responsibility over the fight against Galamsey. One of the names mentioned in this report is the name Gabi Ochiri Dakon, who is a lawyer for one Donald Ensure, the owner of C&J Alaska and Heritage Imperial. It turns out that as far back as 2016-2017, these companies have been involved in illegal mining, polluting and destroying our water bodies, and the records will show. On the 29th of November 2016, Dr. Tony Orbin, former CEO of Minerals Commission under the NDC administration, cautioned C&J Alaska against engaging in illegal mining on their prospecting license. Again, on the 30th of January 2017, Dr. Tony Orbin wrote to C&J Alaska to caution them against engaging in illegal mining without requisite permits and approvals. In 2017, this company, headed by Donald Ensure, was reported by the head of Mineral Commission as engaging in mining without the right documents. Donald Ensure's company, C&J Alaska and Heritage Imperial Limited, have a long history of abusing mining permits, causing destruction of Ghana's forest reserves through illegal mining activities under the pretext of a prospecting license. Before now, on the 2nd of October 2017, John Peter Amewu, MPP's own Minister for Lands and Natural Resources then, wrote to C&J Alaska regarding the Druabu concession and directed them not to carry out any mining operations in the concessions until their mining lease has been ratified. Donald Ensure and his Canadian partner owned C&J Alaska Limited, which operated mainly in the Diasu Forest Reserve in the Dencho-Obuasi area. It has been said that Major Mahama died protecting the Galamsey concessions of this very company Gabi is affiliated to, whose illegal mining activities was destroying Dencho-Obuasi and was being protected against the interest of the people of Dencho-Obuasi, who meted out their anger on Major Mahama, an innocent man who most likely had been sent there by higher powers. In the report and consequent responses, Professor Frimpong Boateng cited this company as engaging in illegal mining. He mentioned that at the time, government had banned all mining activities. Since mining was banned, they were stopped. This angered Gabi. Prof said to his shock, mentioned that Gabi Asari Ochiri Dakon, who he expects to know better as a lawyer, called to defend the company that actively destroyed our environment, especially the forest and river Ofin in the Apaprama and Krobo forest. After the report leaked, we can hear Gabi here pretending he did not know that at the time he called, government had banned all mining and what his client was doing in the forest was illegal.
I have a client who has all the documents or permits and licenses required to do prospecting, everything. And he goes on site, and then soldiers come to basically not just stop them from working, but to seize all the equipment. So I asked the minister, but they have permits, so what really, I want to understand the issue. And then the minister fires back and says, they are not prospecting, they are mining.
Was Gabi not trying to use his influence as the nephew of the president to force the hands of Professor Frimpong Boateng to allow the illegality against our forest and water bodies to continue? Why would Gabi resort to telling clear lies? Did he, Gabi, not know that the said company only had a prospecting license which is not used for mining? Did he, Gabi, not know that there had been a ban on all mining activities by government? What else would cause Gabi to call the minister and throw his weight around? Did he, Gabi, not know that there has been previous letters to the very company from Mr. Albin and Mr. Amewu at different times since 2016 to stop illegal mining? Why the deliberate attempt to use his position to intimidate the minister and continue destroying our forests and waters through illegal mining? Both Donald Enchua and Gabi Ochiri Dakon are enemies of the state and collaborators in a criminal conduct. The time has come for action to be taken against these enemies of state. We cannot allow them to continue to compromise the future of the country and the well-being of our people.
They say, Akufuado to say a dria is siwa any wow. Yes, with the galamsey. Oh, madam, I'm telling you, main means from Akufuado to what to say a dria is siwa any because ni rot. Galamsey, when it comes to galamsey, Akufuado a rot complete.